In the wake of veiled threats against schools across the region, area law enforcement have upped up enforcement at schools throughout the Panhandle this week. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Scottsbluff Police Chief Kevin Spencer says area law enforcement agencies have initiated multiple investigations into several threatening social media posts regarding school safety. Spencer says they are committed to identifying and addressing individuals who create and share this threatening information and assures parents and the community that they are taking any and all threats seriously. He says as Scottsbluff Police conducts their investigation, there will be an increased police presence on and around school campuses. The chief urges all community members to report any threatening post or picture they come across on social media to law enforcement immediately. He notes that your vigilance and active participation are crucial in ensuring the safety of the community. Well, Panhandle Public Health District has announced that Jessica Davies is their new health director. She brings more than 20 years of experience in public health to the post, serving most recently as assistant director of their organization. Health Board President Dan Kling says Davies has consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership and a deep understanding of the health needs in our community. Davies says she looks forward to continuing to collaborate with PPHD's dedicated staff, community partners, and the people of the Panhandle as she takes over for Kim Engel, who retires at the end of this year. And the man who reportedly stabbed a victim with a sword during a May attack has agreed to a plea deal to avoid standing trial. 23-year-old Gary Schott was facing felony charges of first and second degree assault and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony. That stemmed from his arrest after Alliance officers responded to a 911 call about a stabbing that had occurred inside a residence on Homestead Avenue. This week in Box Butte County District Court, Schott pleaded no contest to a Class 2 felony charge of first-degree assault, and in exchange for the plea, the remaining counts were dismissed. Sentencing has been set for November 27th in Box Butte County District Court with Judge Travis O'Gorman. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. The Nebraska Supreme Court heard arguments this week for and against each of the two competing abortion constitutional amendment propositions slated to appear on the November ballot. 3 cases were filed involving the ballot questions, asking for a determination if they met constitutional muster to appear before voters, and given the short time frame before ballot certification, were taken up by the state's high court. Arguing against certifying the Protect the Right to Abortion constitutional initiative, attorney Brenna Grant said the high court had to look at the plain language of the proposal, which she said creates competing rights by saying all persons shall have a fundamental right to abortion.
It says all persons. It does not say all pregnant persons or all pregnant patients or all women. The first clause is not limited to a personal right. And neither does the right to abortion have limiting language attached to it. It does not say to obtain or to seek or to have, nor does it say a right to personal autonomy or reproductive freedom, some things that we might see in other states. It just says to abortion.
She says the fact that the plain language is confusing is evidence the measure violates the Nebraska Constitution's single subject requirement. Today, the High Court rejected both opposition lawsuits and kept the campaign on the ballot. Well, 6 Panhandle entities are among a group of 49 historical organizations across the state to receive a 2024 statewide grant from the Nebraska State Historical Society Foundation. Grants of up to $3,000 are going to the Friends of the Gearing Library, Scottsville Public Library Foundation, Legacy of the Plains Museum, and Black Hills Parks and Forests for the Scottsbluff National Monument. Also getting grants are the Museum of the Fur Trade in Chadron and the Historical Society of Garden County. The foundation received 84 grant applications in this year's grant cycle to fulfill needs such as conservation of collections, public programming, outreach, exhibits, school programs, and resources for the classroom.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
The incredible Renewal by Anderson Dog Days of Summer Sale is here, and I will sit up and shake for this one. It's the best offer ever for new windows and doors. Please listen to this. You get 20% off, an additional 5% off if purchased on the initial consultation. No payments for 24 months, 2 whole years, no payments. Please visit rbawyoming.com. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. Don't wait. This deal ends August 31st. 2 years, no payments. That's doggone awesome.
Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint. You're driving home our reputation.
Couldn't have drawn up a better Saturday to be in Lincoln, and it's been a long time since we've had one like that.
I'm Jason Jorgensen. It is time for another edition of Husker Chat as we talk Husker football with Sean Callahan of Husker Online. Nebraska coming off that much-needed, huge win last Saturday night over Colorado. Sean, thanks a lot for the time. What a night. What a party for everybody last Saturday night. That was a long time in coming.
You know, Jason, we've seen so many of these games over the years where Nebraska's been so close or had these big night opportunities and they've blown them. For once, you know, it was the perfect day, weather, opponent, the result on the field, the way the game started. You couldn't have drawn up a better Saturday to be in Lincoln. And it's been a long time since we've had one like that, where it all played out. And the result was Nebraska found itself back into the top 25 poll since coincidentally when Colorado beat them in 2019. So things kind of came full circle, and I believe it was the first time the students have stormed the field since the 1994 Colorado game.
Wow, that is going back. That's going back a ways. Coach Rule this week, he kind of downplayed being ranked, and I get that, but I think that shows progress here, and that certainly shows that the program is on the all right track.
Yeah, there's no question. They've had a lot of eyeballs watch them play too. They've been on Fox and NBC. So there's been a lot of people that have seen Nebraska. And I think particularly the Colorado game, that was the game of the night in a lot of respects, going against the Tennessee game on ABC. So a lot of people tuned in and watched Nebraska. They've seen Nebraska. I think the way their defense has played and then the way Dylan Raiola has played as a true freshman, those are the two things that have given this team a lot of respect. Their defense can stop about anybody. They've proven that 2 weeks in a row now. And Dylan Raiola manages a great game. He has no turnovers through the first 2 weeks compared to a year ago. Jeff Sims had 7 turnovers at the quarterback position for Nebraska. Makes a world of a difference when you play defense like Nebraska is doing to go with no turnovers from the quarterback position.
We're talking with Sean Callahan of Husker Online as we take a look back at the big Nebraska win against Colorado. Sean, what'd you make of the second half? It was marred by penalties. Do you think the Huskers maybe let off the gas a little bit? I know there were some folks, they're bloodthirsty. They wanted Nebraska to put up a big number on the Buffaloes.
Yeah, it was 28-10, and it could easily have been 42-10 for Nebraska, where they could have put in at least 2 more touchdowns. And I think it's honestly the perfect recipe for Matt Rule now to get ready for Northern Iowa. They showed what they could be, but they didn't finish it. And now they'll have another opportunity to get better this week. But on some of the bigger plays in the second half, they were all taken back by penalties. And look, you don't have to like the penalties, but there were penalties committed by Nebraska. Ben Scott on the Ramir Johnson long run clearly held his opponent, and that took away a long touchdown. And we had 3 of the Ja'Cory Barney runs called back because of penalties. So those are things on the perimeter. They've really challenged the receivers this week to step up their blocking on the edge and the perimeter.
About the kicking game, too. I mean, there's going to be some close games coming here. That's got to be something that's got to be sorted out.
Yeah, I think for Nebraska, you talk about this game is one thing in terms of the point spread, but the next 9 games, the final 9, you're going to see a lot of weeks where it's 3 to 7 points every week, and a blocked punt, a missed 32-yard field goal. Those things could be the difference for Nebraska in a lot of games like that. And they've got to get that ironed out. And is it a snapping issue? Is it a mental issue from the kicking position? And even the kickoff return, was that an issue with where the ball was placed on the kickoff, or was it an issue with the coverage and outrunning your lanes? So there are little details that really matter when you talk about trying to be a 6-7 win team to maybe getting up to that 8-9 plus win mark.
All right, let's talk about this week. Northern Iowa. They have been a good program at their level for a while. They come in 2-0, but this is certainly a money game for them. It seems to me this is a game where Nebraska just wants to continue to try to get sharp before that big home game's coming up against Illinois.
Yeah, Northern Iowa's 2-0. They have played lesser opponents. St. Thomas, who was once a Division II program, now up in the D1 at AA ranks in Valparaiso. They've dominated in both games. They've run for over 300 yards a game, which should get your attention. It's going to be kind of a nice test to get ready for what the Big Ten is going to be more like in terms of the physical style that Northern Iowa wants to play at. They're not much of a passing team as far as what they do. But yeah, you hope that this can be a game where Nebraska does what they need to do, and you can get a lot of players in this game. We saw 107 play against UTEP. In a perfect world, Nebraska could do that again. There is no official line out there, but I've seen some out there where Nebraska is roughly about a 30 to 31 point favorite going into this game on Saturday.
Makes sense. We'll see if they can cover. Sean, as always, we appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Let's take a peek at your weekend community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Tri-City Stormwater presents Stormwater 101, an illicit discharge.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the Cooperative Ministries Weekend Food Backpack Program picked up a sizable donation from the Scottsbluff Kiwanis Club Thursday. A $2,500 check was presented to the Food Insecurity Organization during the Kiwanis weekly meeting at the Western Nebraska Regional Airport. Backpack Program Coordinator Tracy Steele says the needs of the Pup Pack and Cat Pack programs has grown over the years and continues to be significant.
When I first started this program, it was 30 backpacks, and now we're over 500, and that's per week. And so this $2,500 is going to be amazing. We always tell people your dollar goes a little further with us than you going to the grocery store and buying food, because we buy in bulk.
Steele says those bulk purchases are by the pallet whenever possible to maximize food available to children. She thanked the organization for the donation, saying it's only through support of the community that the program is able to continue. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. We'll see you back here on Monday.